Hi everybody. Today I'll bring you a shorter video on Meghan Markle's Fortune Powerful Women speech. I'm going to call it a speech and not an interview because, as per usual, when Meghan Markle gets interviewed, you don't hear much from the interviewer. In any event, before I do that, I just want to address one thing quickly, and that is just to prevent myself from having to repeat the same thing over and over again. I have said this in one of my previous videos, and I'm going to say it again. I do not mind people differing from me in the comment section. We do, after all have different backgrounds, come from different countries, and I do not assume that everyone listening to me would agree with me. And on the occasion when I'm addressed in a civil manner in the comment section, I would even take the time and comment or debate their opinions. I have received a few very derogatory comments with regards to my accent or the country I live in, and that hasn't upset me either. And the reason for this is because I realize that these people may be sitting in Iceland, Germany, Australia, New Zealand, wherever, and they do not know me at all. So I do not take the derogatory comments, be it about my accent or the country I live in, seriously. If I'm in a bad mood, I will just purely mute them. However, there's something that crops up in the comment section on a regular basis, and it's not that I'm offended by it. It is just that I have to keep repeating myself, so I'm going to do it once and for all and hopefully not again. One thing that crops up in my comment section on a regular basis pertains to the little birdies in the background. And I know this is not serious, but let's address it once and for all. Now, these videos are not about me, and I do not intend explaining my personal circumstances, not now and not in the future, unless absolutely necessary. However, as far as the birdies are concerned, they're two little caged budgies belonging to my grandson. And we live in a very, very tiny cottage. As a matter of fact, what happened was I was caught in a property scam approximately 4.5 years ago, and the transaction took approximately 4 years to be sorted out. In the meantime, my home was not finished, and due to the financial losses I suffered during that time, it is still not finished or completed. So it's three of us in a very small, unfinished cottage, and I really do not have anywhere to put these poor little caged budgies. What I do from time to time is I put them outside when I'm taping. However, I live in a rural area at the foot of a mountain or a hill, and more often than not, at least twice a day, the wind comes howling past my house. And when that happens, I cannot leave these two little birdies outside because the wind is so strong from time to time that it actually blows them off their perch. So then I have to bring them in. That leaves me with two choices. I can either have these poor little budgies' necks twisted and get rid of them permanently, which I am not going to do. They are cute, they have been part of my household for more than 4 years, and they belong to my grandson. So that option is not an option for me. The other option, if the birdies really bother people too much, is that I stop making these videos. And I'm not going to do that either. Reason for that is I get to practice my voice after a prolonged illness 3 years ago. I need to do that. The other thing is I enjoy making these videos. I enjoy the interaction with people in the comment section and via email. So I am not going to stop making these videos. However, what I am prepared to do, if you do miss out on anything, If you think I've given you a piece of vital information and you could not hear properly due to the birdies screeching, because they do that, the louder I speak, the louder they speak. So if you feel that you've missed out on a piece of vital information because a birdie screeched in the background, please let me know in the comment section and I will gladly type it out for you or repeat myself. Okay, so that is the birdies for you, and I am not going to address this again. Those are the circumstances I find myself in and the circumstances under which I'm making these videos. So let's get on to Meghan Markle and her Fortune Powerful Women Summit, virtual summit speech. Well, first of all, it cost people $13,500 to be invited to this event. So it's quite obvious that Meghan got paid once again to spew her word salad. We know by now that Meghan and her husband, handbag Harry, are both happy to talk about anything so long as they get paid and paid well, even if they have no experience or expertise on the subject. So Meghan appeared at the most powerful woman virtual summit this week and proceeded to tell us about tech and the digital world, a subject she obviously knows very little about, as the last time we heard she was an actress. A model, please don't forget this model, because according to her CV or resume, she was a supermodel, a royal, a producer, and a fashion designer. Oh my lord. So she basically proceeded to lecture us as to how we have to do better and not use social media to question their highly questionable antics. One of the first things she told the interviewer was, "But if you listen to what I actually say, it's not controversial." So what Meghan is saying here are two things. One, she is actually saying that if or when we find her words or what she had said controversial, it is because we are not listening to her, because we are dumb, stupid, and may have hearing problems. Can you guys see or hear the narcissism popping out here? Big time. Secondly, she's telling us to just accept what she is saying, whether it's a load of crap or lies. Once again, Meghan's narcissism, clear as day in this so-called interview. Then she went on to mention Facebook, saying that changes need to be made as a slap on the wrist is not good enough. Honestly? Really? In what world is Meghan living? Facebook provides the platform for people to use all over the world. Not just in the UK, not just in the US where she resides or resided, all over the world. Even lowly me in a rural area at the bottom of Africa can use Facebook, as long as you have the freaking internet. Okay, so I've said that Facebook provides a platform for people to use all over the world, and they do have measures in place to ban or restrict people from using the platform when those people are reported for disgusting or derogatory posts. So who is it actually up to monitor these posts? Is it up to Facebook, or is it up to you or me? It's up to us. We are welcome to report disgusting posts, and Facebook acts on those reports. I have seen that, and I've been a victim of that, because I have been reported and I was banned for 48 hours, once 72 hours the next time. Nonetheless, let's continue. But Facebook cannot and should not interfere in any country's politics or laws, and therefore it is up to us, the public, and the laws of whichever country's Facebook is being used in to act against people who make horrible posts about their country, its politics, or their people. And this has happened. I personally know of people being charged because of posts they made on Facebook in my country. And I also recently heard about an Australian woman, a pregnant Australian woman, who was arrested after she made a certain post about COVID. Facebook cannot monitor millions, perhaps even billions of people's posts. It is up to you and me and the laws of whichever country we live in to handle these things. Now, Meghan shows her ignorance here. She shows that she knows little to nothing about technology or how it works. At the most, she shows that she's a user of this technology, and we all know that she was. She had the TIG, and they had Instagram platform, the Royal Sussex platform, and they also had Twitter that they used for tweets during their time as royals. So Meghan knows how to use it. She obviously does not know how it works. And she is showing her freaking ignorance once again in this, I'm going to call it a speech and not an interview, because whenever Meghan is interviewed, the interviewer hardly gets an opportunity to say a damn word. Now, I'm not going to go through her whole speech word by word because, quite frankly, it is just a bunch of crap. Anyway, she ended her speech by quoting Georgia O'Keeffe by saying, "I have already settled it for myself, so flattery and criticism go down the same drain, and I'm quite free." Once again, she actually does not give a damn about anybody, not about us who criticize her, nor about her fans. And I so wish her fans would actually take her advice and listen to her and hear what she is telling them, because her past behavior proves what she is saying. And just like with Omid and her father and many others, she will throw her fans under the bus when it suits her or when the need for her arises. She is one dangerous woman who had now, through her connection with the royal family, gained a platform to manipulate and brainwash each and every person who listens to her. But do listen to her, and listen carefully. She is telling you what she thinks about all of us, those who criticize her and those who love her. She doesn't care about us, and she doesn't care about you. Okay, so this was my rant for the day. As you can hear, I'm actually getting quite fed up with Meghan Markle's so-called expertise, which she forces on us on a daily basis. We are being overwhelmed with all her nonsense, and I absolutely agree with Lady Colin Campbell when she says that we are being raped by Meghan and Harry. We are being subjected to their nonsense. And quite frankly, I am praying for the day that someone gives Meghan Markle a role in some freaking movie so she can disappear off our screens, out of our newspapers and magazines for a period of 6 months or more while she's making the damn movie. Come on, guys. If you don't have a proper script for her, it need not be a proper script. Pay her a couple of million and I'm sure she'll make a porn movie for you. Just please, for God's sake, do it. Get her out of our faces for a while. She is becoming a pain and a stressor. Well, I previously said this is going to be a short one. It turned out to be a rant and not a short one. So for now, I'm saying goodbye, and I will bring you part 2 of the Duchess's family in the next few days. I just have a few interruptions, but I'll work through them and bring you the promised part 2 as soon as I can. So take care of yourselves. Be very careful who and what you listen to. And for now, I'm saying goodbye.